Chapter 8. Many Yama kings praised the Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva. At this moment, many ghost kings from the great iron encircling mountain have also followed the Yama heavenly king and arrived at the Kṣitigarbha heaven to participate in the grand assembly. These ghost kings include Malevolent Ghost King, Multifarious Evil Ghost King, Great Contentious Ghost King, White Tiger Ghost King, Blood Tiger Ghost King, Red Tiger Ghost King, Scatter Calamity Ghost King, Flying Body Ghost King, Electric Light Ghost King, Wolf Tooth Ghost King, Thousand Eyes Ghost King, Beast Gulping Ghost King, Stone Bearing Ghost King, Main Exhaustion Ghost King, Main Misfortune Ghost King, Main Food Ghost King, Main Wealth Ghost King, Main Livestock Ghost King, Main Bird Ghost King, Main Beast Ghost King, Main Charm Ghost King, Main Production Ghost King, Main Fate Ghost King, Main Ailment Ghost King, Main Peril Ghost King, Three-Eyed Ghost King, Four-Eyed Ghost King, Five-Eyed Ghost King, Chili Lost King, Great Chili Lost King, Chili Cha King, Great Chili Cha King, Anatar King, Great Anatar King. These great ghost kings each command hundreds or thousands of lesser ghost kings. They reside in the Yama world, Saha world, and it is through the blessings of the Buddha's divine power and the vows of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva that they have the opportunity to attend this grand assembly in the Kṣitigarbha heaven palace. They stand on one side of the assembly. At this moment, Yama heavenly king respectfully knelt and joined his palms in homage to the Buddha before asking the world-honored one, myself and the ghost kings I have brought here are fortunate to have the blessings of the Buddha's divine power and the vows of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, allowing us the opportunity to come to the Kṣitigarbha heaven to pay respects to the world-honored one and the various bodhisattvas. This is indeed a favorable occasion for us to accumulate merit and receive blessings. I have a small question now and would like to request the world-honored one to kindly explain this doubt for us. The Buddha replied to Yama heavenly king, saying, "Feel free to ask, and I will explain it to you." With a heart full of reverence, Yama heavenly king looked up to the world-honored one and, with equal respect, turned his gaze to Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva. He said to the Buddha, "World-honored one, based on my observation, Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva has been tirelessly employing various methods over a long period to rescue sentient beings suffering from the consequences of their evil deeds, never showing any signs of weariness. It is due to the inconceivable vows and supernatural powers of this great Bodhisattva. However, once these sentient beings escape from the retribution of their negative karma, they often soon fall back into the cycle of suffering. What I cannot comprehend is this: since Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva possesses such tremendous and inconceivable divine power, why can't sentient beings remain on the path of virtue for an extended period, attaining permanent liberation? I sincerely hope that the world-honored one can compassionately enlighten me on this matter." The Buddha told Yama heavenly king, the sentient beings in the southern continent, Saha world, are, due to various past karmic forces, deeply entrenched in their habits and stubbornly resistant to positive influences. They are challenging to guide towards virtuous paths and challenging to subdue through force. Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, over countless eons in the past, has repeatedly entered the 6 realms to rescue and uplift these beings, allowing them to attain liberation sooner and escape the suffering of the cycle of rebirth. Some of these beings had even fallen into the great hells, yet Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, with boundless compassion and immense vow power, employed various methods and divine powers to eradicate the karmic causes of their past actions. He helped them understand the gravity of their past evil deeds and sins. It can be said that these beings should no longer fall into the realms of suffering. However, due to the countless eons of transmigration in the Saha world, the accumulation of their sins is vast, and their habits of wrongdoing are deeply ingrained. Often, unaware, they commit various transgressions, causing them to fluctuate between virtuous and negative paths. Continuously and unwittingly, they enter and exit these paths, compelling Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva to rescue them repeatedly. For instance, consider a person who has been away from home for decades and, due to the changes in the hometown, is unaware of the location of their house. Unknowingly, they stray into a hazardous area where there are many demons, evil spirits, as well as dangerous creatures like jackals, wolves, leopards, poisonous snakes, and scorpions. As the lost traveler walks along the perilous path, it won't be long before they face the dangers of poison and harm. At this moment, a wise and knowledgeable person, skilled in navigating dangerous paths, neutralizing poisons, avoiding predators, and warding off evil spirits, notices the lost traveler about to enter the hazardous zone. They kindly caution the person, "Hey, my friend, what are you planning to do over there? It's too dangerous inside. Do you have any means to protect yourself?" Hearing these words from the wise and knowledgeable person, the lost traveler realizes that the path ahead is perilous. Quickly stepping back. Guided by this benevolent advisor, they veer away from the dangerous path and onto the right track, ensuring their safety and happiness. Simultaneously, the benevolent advisor earnestly said to the lost traveler, "Hey, wanderer! Henceforth, never tread this path again. Those who enter this path can go in but can't come out. Not only will they face poisoning, but they may also lose their lives." The lost traveler was profoundly grateful for the assistance of the wise advisor. As they were about to part ways, the benevolent advisor repeatedly admonished them, saying, "If you encounter your relatives, friends, or even strangers passing by, regardless of age or gender, you must warn them about the dangers of this path. It is fraught with peril, poisonous snakes, fierce beasts, evil spirits. Entering it could cost them their lives. Make sure to prevent them from mistakenly entering and risking their lives." Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva is indeed such a wise advisor, possessing immense compassion, boundless vows, and unwavering faith. He tirelessly engages in rescuing and uplifting all kinds of beings who have created negative karma and are suffering. His goal is to guide them into the virtuous paths of human and celestial realms, where they can practice and attain various sublime joys. Those beings who have experienced the suffering of karmic paths, upon liberation, never wish to re-enter. Similar to the lost traveler who, guided by the wise advisor, avoids the perilous path and refrains from entering again. When they encounter others about to make the same mistake, they offer advice, sharing their own experience of almost entering that dangerous path due to ignorance, saved only by the guidance of a wise advisor. Some heed the lesson, while others may ignorantly venture back into the perilous zone, forgetting the past suffering or even risking their lives. This resembles individuals who repeatedly commit grave offenses, eventually descending into great hells. Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, driven by his profound compassion and vast vows, employs various skillful means to rescue these beings, ensuring they receive positive karmic results in human and celestial realms. However, due to the deeply ingrained habits of wrongdoing, there is a risk of falling back into negative paths. If accumulated negative karma reaches the extent of inexhaustible hell, at this moment, malevolent Ghost King respectfully joined his palms and addressed the Buddha, "World-honored one, we, the Ghost Kings, are numerous to the extent that our quantity is immeasurable. In the Saha world, each of us differs, with some benefiting sentient beings and others causing harm. This divergence arises from the past karmic consequences of these Ghost Kings, leading to various outcomes in our current roles across different regions of the Saha world. The force of karma compels us to engage in both virtuous and non-virtuous deeds, but overall, the tendency leans more towards malevolence than benevolence. Henceforth, on behalf of us Ghost Kings, I vow before the Buddha, we are willing to engage in more virtuous deeds, safeguarding those individuals accumulating merit and cultivating virtuous roots." During our travels, whether in cities, villages, estates, or humble abodes, if we encounter men or women performing even the slightest virtuous acts, such as offering a small strand of hair or hanging a piece of cloth, a simple incense stick, or a bunch of flowers to worship Buddhas or Bodhisattvas, or if they recite the Sutra of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, even if it's just a phrase or verse from the Sutra, we Ghost Kings will honor and revere these individuals, commanding our subordinates and powerful minor ghosts to protect these virtuous people. We will instruct the local land deities to shield them, preventing misfortune, calamity, diseases, and even inconveniences from approaching their vicinity, ensuring that these troubles do not enter their homes. Upon hearing the malevolent ghost king's statement, the Buddha praised, "Well done! Well done! That you, along with Yama Heavenly King, are committed to supporting and protecting these virtuous men and women. I will inform Brahma, the king of the gods, and Indra, the lord of the heavens, so that they may also come to safeguard you." At that moment, a ghost king named Master of Life, with great reverence, addressed the Buddha, "World-honored one, due to my past karma, I am currently in charge of overseeing the lives of beings in the Soha world. Whether it is birth or death, it falls under my management. In my sincere wish, I always strive to help and benefit these beings. However, because these sentient beings lack understanding of karma and the Buddha's teachings, they cannot comprehend my original intentions, leading to disturbances during their births and deaths. Why is this so? Because when beings in the Soha world are born, whether male or female, their family should engage in virtuous deeds and clean the surroundings of their dwelling. This action allows land deities and others to joyfully protect the mother and child during childbirth, ensuring a safe delivery and a happy family. After giving birth, they should not engage in the killing of fish, chickens, shrimp, crabs, and other animals for the sake of celebrating or providing nourishment for the mother. Slaughtering pigs and sheep for grand banquets will disturb the peace and happiness of the newly born mother and child. Why is this so? Because during the challenging process of childbirth, there are countless malevolent spirits and demons who wish to consume the bloody essence produced during delivery. To ensure the safety of the mother, I have long commanded local land deities and dwelling spirits to protect the mother and child, preventing these malevolent spirits from approaching and causing harm. Ideally, in households where the mother and child safely deliver, they should express gratitude to the land deities with vegetarian offerings, fruits, flowers, and lit candles. However, due to their lack of understanding, they engage in the killing of animals, invite relatives and friends for celebrations, adding to the negative karma in the household. This disrupts the protective influence of the land deities, resulting in harm to the mother and child, and in some cases, even death. In the Soha world, when individuals are approaching death, regardless of whether they are virtuous or wicked, I desire to guide them towards virtuous paths and prevent them from falling into negative realms. Moreover, for those who were originally virtuous, it is even more convenient for me to offer assistance. However, even for those who have led a virtuous life, as they approach the end of their lives, there are often hundreds or thousands of spirits from negative realms, some taking the form of deceased parents, relatives, or friends, pulling them towards these negative paths. This is especially true for those beings who have accumulated negative karma throughout their lives. World-honored one, as individuals in the Soha world approach the end of their lives, their consciousness becomes increasingly obscured. The six senses progressively leave the body, starting with the eyes losing sight, ears losing hearing, nose losing the sense of smell, tongue losing the ability to taste, and the body gradually losing awareness. Eventually, even the consciousness becomes unclear. In this state, they are unable to distinguish between good and bad, making them susceptible to being pulled into negative realms by malevolent spirits. Therefore, during such moments, the relatives of the deceased should promptly prepare elaborate offerings, sincerely and respectfully recite the Sūtra of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva or other Mahayana scriptures, and earnestly chant the sacred names of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. This virtuous connection can help the departing soul escape the negative realms, and malevolent entities will retreat. World-honored one, there is a fundamental principle here that I hope everyone can firmly remember. When any sentient being is approaching the end of their life, if they can hear the name of a Buddha or a verse from a Mahayana scripture, I believe that, except for those who have committed the heinous crime of the 5 uninterrupted crimes, such as killing their parents. All other beings who have engaged in minor negative karma and are at risk of falling into negative realms can, thanks to the merit of hearing the name of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas or a verse from a Mahayana scripture, be immediately liberated and will no longer descend into negative realms. The Buddha said to the Master of Life Ghost King, "Your compassionate heart is truly great, and your vow to protect beings in the cycle of birth and death in the Saha world is commendable. I hope that in the days to come, whether during birth or death, you will not waver in this noble vow. You must ensure their protection so that they may ultimately attain liberation and everlasting peace." The Ghost King, with reverence, replied to the Buddha, "World-honored one, please do not have any concerns. With all my energy and focus, I will constantly think of the beings in the Saha world, ensuring that they find peace during the process of birth and death. I only hope that these beings, when facing birth and death, will believe and accept the advice I have just given. In doing so, all beings will undoubtedly attain liberation and receive immense benefits." At this moment, the Buddha turned to Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva and said, "This Master of Life, the Great Ghost King, has served as a prominent Ghost King in multiple world cycles, protecting beings during their births and deaths in the Saha world. This great Bodhisattva possesses vast compassionate vows, dedicating himself to safeguarding beings during the transitions of birth and death. For the sake of convenient work, he manifests in the form of a Ghost King, but in reality, he is not confined to the realm of ghosts. From now on, after another 170 great eons, he will attain Buddhahood. The Buddha's name at that time will be the Tathagata, who can see the nature of things empty, and the era in which the Buddha resides will be named peaceful. The world where the Buddha resides will be called a pure abode. The lifespan of this Buddha will be inconceivably vast. Kṣitigarbha, the deeds of this great Ghost King are truly extraordinary. The beings he has guided and the celestial beings he has benefited are countless.